market driven, where you understand the market need, try to find out the technology, how you're going to exploit it, and try to come out with a solution. I'll give some more examples, and there we'll talk about how this market-driven entrepreneurship takes place. Today, I think most of these ideas will have a blend between market, traditional, and also innovative. But when we talk about a market-driven, we try to identify a local market or a region. We try to understand what's the type of problem, and then in those business, we also try to use the technology, but the type of growth may be linear. What I mean by linear growth is that a business grows at a rate of 5%, 10%, 20%, 40%. So that's the rate of growth at which a business can grow. And we normally call them as a traditional or a market-driven entrepreneurs. The other format at which we are all more interested right now that we call innovation-driven. Here, we identify in technology and then try to understand what type of market and how we can explore the market. So the difference is, first, you understand the market and try to fit the technology to that. The second, we identify technology and then try to exploit a market to it. So here, it's unknown demand with unknown technologies. In that case, the market is very broad. We are not solving a problem in a local area or a regional area. We're trying to solve a problem across the globe. Here, the innovation is fundamental. And I won't comment much about the ownership, but here we look into the growth, which is exponential. Exponential means it is growing at 10%, it's next growing at 30%, 60%, 100%, 200%. It's growing at a very fast rate. All of these examples of startups come under the innovation. But that's a broadly, we talk about two different forms of entrepreneurs. Let me get some more examples and try to explain about this idea. Go to the next one. Let's the next slide, please. Here, idea is a creative thinking, and ideas are going to inspire change. So you discuss about there is a problem, and every problem we try to solve it. We need to identify ourselves with the problem and then try to solve it. We'll discuss how we're going to identify the problem in terms of getting ourselves involved in our basic concepts, which Amit is going to discuss. Next. Every idea or every problem that you're talking about, the problem actually turns into an idea. Every problem would have a two different solutions. One is a technological solution, one is a social solution. Take a simple an example. Let's we have this COVID-19 problem. So the COVID-19 problem, at which I think all of you must be knowing the pandemic, which is currently all of us are having issues right now, can be solved. One is a technological way of solving, one is a social way of solving. What is the technological way of solving? Yes, we'll come out with the different vaccines. We'll talk about the various medicines that is going to help us. So there is a technology at which we try to control it. We'll use masks, we'll use some other different type of gloves so that the virus is not going to come to. What's the social solution? We'll talk about that. Let's maintain a social distance. That if you're going outside, try to protect yourself. Don't try to touch each other. So every problem can have two different ways of solving, or it can be a combination of way of solving. And that's so we have the various formats of solutions, and business process can be started out with any possible solutions or a combination of solutions. Next. Let me give you an example how it is taking place. I'm saying the COVID-19 as an issue, and based on which we have created this slide. Let's talk about looking for problems. So there are a company called Jyoti CNC in Gujarat, and their professionals come to understand there is a problem in India that we don't have ventilators available, and the ventilators are not enough for all the if there is a potential more COVID-19 patients are there, then the ventilators are not available. So all in a sudden they started looking into that how we can work in terms of creating a Indian-made ventilator. So they could identify a problem, they tried to find out a technology, and they started working and created a prototype, and very short period of time, they create this COVID-19 Dharman 1, which is an Indian-made ventilator. At a very less period of time, they find out a problem and try to come out with a solution. The other is that you may not have an idea, right? You just identify there is a problem, and the other way is that you can go and identify what the different technologies have available, which you can convert into a business idea. Here, I've taken an example like we have R&D labs, we have patent organizations. They also come out with various patented technologies, and they have various laboratory tested technologies are available. You can take those technologies and convert them into a business product. So you don't have your own R&D capacities, you don't have your own technologies available, but you can borrow the technology to solve that problem. So here I say that the idea is that you understand a problem, but here you may not have a direct technology available, but you can use the existing technology to solve that particular problem. One of our students currently come out with this particular mask, and this mask, they have designed this particular mask, but the product, what the basic raw material which is required is supplied by Acharya, which is Ahmedabad textiles industry.